So when I look at things and I try to understand, well, why is it that these things are not happening on a level that I want them to happen? Why is it that it's inconsistency when it comes to executing a goal? Is because I'm more so focusing on how to execute the goal. And I believe that that right there is the issue. Instead of me, I should be focusing on the experience. And it makes so much sense because if everything is energy and everything is vibration, then if I'm in a scarcity mindset, that means that of course everything starts mental, because that's like your blackboard, that's your chalkboard, that's your pad and pencil, like that's where you start to actually lay out your plan once you're able to visualize it and see it, right? And cognitive appraisal, so it's like you are vibrating at a level because you're visualizing the emotion by you emotionally regulating exactly what's happening within your body because you're visualizing it. So therefore you're overpowering the experience, you're overpowering the environment by you literally alchemizing your emotions, by you changing your energy from thought. So let me put that and clarify it. You see it, right? You visualize it, you see it. So therefore you are now starting to create it mentally, because that's where it all begins. Then as you are creating it mentally, then your body, cognitive appraisal, starts to emotionally regulate what's happening. So now you feel it occurring. So now it doesn't become just a thought or a word, as they say in the Bible. It all started in the beginning with a word, because you're speaking it into existence. You're seeing it within your mind and you're visualizing it. So now you're creating it within your vessel, right? So like, I don't know, your vessel is the galaxy. You're creating it, right? So like your mind, I guess your mind more so be like the universe, the galaxy, and then you're speaking it out into existence. And then that thought, word, visual image becomes a creation, because now the body starts to accept it as real. So now you are emotionally feeling it. So as you're emotionally feeling it, you're creating it. So if the body perceives that it's real, then therefore it is real. So I think I got so swept up with executing and literally laying myself out thin. Like I'm seeing like somebody just smear cake icing on the cake. You know, like when you bake a cake and then you put the icing in the center because you have the two little pancakes, and you know that you want to place the other one on top, but you don't want it to be too much icing. So it's like that's like thin enough but good enough. And that's what's happening. It's like you're spreading yourself thin, but at the same time you're not allowing yourself to actually sit in the emotion, sit in the energy, sit in the environment and express and obtain what's happening. It makes me think back to when my sister father used to always say, the dead can't hurt you, they can only make you hurt yourself. So when you give more energy and focus to those that are around you that are trying to, I want to say the word intimidation, but I don't feel like that's exactly what it is. I feel like it's not intimidation, but it's more so manipulation of your own energy. So if I can get you to, because you know what I learned in class, the main energy supple factor, like center of energy, is it's a pinpoint behind the eye, right? So if what we're seeing on, realize, like if you see what you see, and if I'm able to fraction it and manipulate it, therefore you start to believe that it's real. So it goes back to emotional regulation, right? And I go back to cognitive appraisal. So now you are seeing it. So if I'm circling you, I'm gang stalking, I'm doing whatever to make you, I'm manipulating you, even if it's not on that level, gang stalking, I'm manipulating you, I'm doing whatever I possibly can to make you focus on me. That means that you're not focused on what you're trying to obtain or what you are actually obtaining. Because when I look at it and I say, well, why would people be on demon time so strong? Because it's so obvious that you're creating within. And if you're at that level, which we all have that within us, I call it the God frequency. It's like, because you're able to create anything, right? And the more you're tapped in with that God frequency, the more you're able to create very quickly. So when you focus on the environment, when you focus on the negativity that is surrounding you, when you focus on the dead, that's literally walking around trying to get you to hurt yourself because you are believing it. And like, go back to behind the eye, that energy source, you're now feeding that to someone else when you need to just be literally feeding it back into yourself and what you're trying to create. And when I look at my own past experiences and even what's happening currently, I am wearing myself thin because I'm in a scarcity mindset. And I'm like, why is these things not manifesting in the way that I want them to manifest? Because I'm not locked in on the fact that it's not so much physical, but more so within spiritual. You know, like they say, everything happens in the spirit before, everything happens first in the spirit before it happens here in reality, right? And if anyone can come in and try to bamboozle you or try to get you to stop from going where you need to go within what you're creating, because they can just spy and see it within the spirit, they know that there's something that's creating. They know that there's something that's working, that you're working on. They can see that there's something coming fold. Like there's something within that's like turning, and like you're churning butter. Like something is being progressed and being created from within you. And of course, once you give birth to it, therefore it will now be in physical form, which will be in this reality. But if you're focusing on the dead that is constantly surrounding you, that can't do anything to you but have you in a position of you hurting yourself, then that leaves you in a place where you are able to obtain what you really came down here to create. So when they say like your desires can be your downfall, I don't think that your desires can be your downfall. I think your desires can cause you to have different situations not come to surpass. It can cause you to be in positions and places where you wouldn't think that you would have actually ever end up at. Because I feel that you can get sidetracked. Because when you focus on the environment in your reality more than you focus on what you're creating and what you feel within, that leaves you in a position of not being able to actually give birth to what you truly desire. And I think we look at this word desire and only put it in formation when it comes to in relation to sex, and desire isn't always about that. Desire can be about what you want to create for this world. Desire can be about a great invention, a great idea. Desire can be about world peace. Desire can be about a passion that you have within in order for you want to create something that's in betterment for other people. And that, of course, is like the highest of high of a greatest joy, when you're able to buy something or do something that's going to be in a betterment for someone else. Because giving feels great, because at the same time, you're helping someone else that's in need or not even in need, but you're doing something of a justice, a kindness of justice. But yeah, I had to look back and see like, well, why is this happening? Why am I? Because I'm not allowing myself to enjoy the process. I'm not allowing myself to really fully enjoy the learning, the information that I'm obtaining. And when I look at my professors, and I'm like, it's beautiful to see that level of passion, that level of, they're so passionate about what they're doing that they want to give it back to the world by teaching someone else. And that level of mastery and to be able to give that to someone else is just beautiful. And to watch that, and I was just saying to myself a few seconds ago, I'm like, it's like watching a symphony. It's like watching a play, like someone so passionate about what they're doing that they want to teach it to you. And I feel like I haven't been giving myself enough justice and just due, because of the fact that I haven't been honoring the spaces. I've been enjoying I don't even say I've been enjoying the experience. That would be me lying. I've been trying so hard. I've been so focused and locked in on obtaining and executing my goals that I haven't even enjoyed the experience of this journey. It's like you get so caught up in your environment and your situation. And I believe, like I kept saying, I was like, man, I feel like throughout life and all these years that I've been on this planet, that I've been floating like a little dragonfly. And then all of a sudden, certain things were occurring and it locked me in like somebody threw an anchor at my chest or an anvil at my chest, like a cartoon. And I just came fumbling down. And I'm like, I feel like maybe that's what happens when you fall. Like you got to stay in this energy, in this space of knowing that you can create anything. knowing that anything that you do can come to life, knowing that you can implement and just give into this space, give into this reality. And then once you start to focus on the hate, once you start to focus on the dead, and why I keep referring to them as the dead is because the soul is gone. The heart is just black. There's no purity there. There's no love. And when I mean by purity, I mean purity of love, purity of innocence, purity of actually believing in kindness and justice and just perseverance of literally compassion. But when you get so locked in on what is happening in the reality at the presence at this moment, you are not able to float around. You're not able to vibe high because you're so locked in on a scarcity where it becomes, you're locked in on a rat race, and the rat race keeps you at a level of low vibrating energy. Even when I look at what I was eating, it wasn't as colorful and brightful as what I usually eat. It's like you see yourself shift as you are coming in different, I don't want to say coming, but as you are being present and locked in different vibrations. Even when I would go to school, I would see something called color essence, where you could see that we're all vibrating at a certain level because we're all wearing the same colors. Like, it's like, as much as you think that you're unique, in which we all are different and unique, and that's so dope and so amazing, but in the same sense, we all vibrating at certain levels. And at first, I remember I was saying to my niece one time, I was like, why does it seem like, when I was back home in New York, I was like, why does it seem like people wearing certain colors that I'm wearing? And she used to be like, it's not like that, Auntie. It's just a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And look at that, out of a baby's mouth, right? She's like, it's a vibe. It's an energy, Auntie. It's an energy. And I'm always think back to that conversation I had with her. Oh, see, that's why it's dope to not be a hating elder. That's why it's dope to pour into a child, a youth, a being, because it's not so much as what they can give back to you. It's so much as that when you have these conversations with them and you're just like, wow, like, I remember holding you when your mama gave birth to you. Like, I remember, doing all this I possibly can to make sure that you have everything you need. It's not so much as I want to lock you in, or I want to put blinders on you, I want to be a handler. It's so much as I want to pour into you so that you are a limitless being, so that you feel like there is nothing that can stop you, so that you feel strong in any and every situation that you come into, every battle that you come up against, that you are empowered. Because why would I not empower you? Like, even though you didn't come out of my womb, at the same time, we all the same bloodline. So if we're all the same bloodline, that means that your children are my children are your children. Why would I not want to push all of y'all out there to go so far? Why would I not want every last one of y'all to excel? That's why I can't fathom the need of wanting to block somebody. But I think a lot of times elders feel like this one is good enough. That one I want to keep it here. I want to do this. They want to pinpoint and play God, when really just push everybody out there. It's like a mama bird with a bunch of little ducklings. Not just one can go. Everybody has to learn how to fly. And I think what happens is that they get locked in and want to approach every situation the way that they want to approach it. But I feel like if you are a sensei or a master at your craft, then you should be able to connect with each student. You should be able to connect with each individual that comes to you, because they were brought to you for a reason. You should be able to have to tap into within yourself to know what to provide to them in order to make sure they're able to obtain to the level of capacity of excellence. I don't want to say excellence. I feel like that word is being overused, but to a capacity of limitless. Like, I think, like, you can't just come in with just one slide and like, this is it, like, this is one paper and this is how we're going to do it. I think you have to be able to kind of step into their energy and know exactly what you can do to inspire them. And like, when I see that, I think that's dope, because you've mastered your craft. And to find a level of mastering your craft means that you got to be able to really master at a spiritual level, an emotional level, a mental level. And, in order to obtain this, because when you're going after anything, it's like you can, like, even I was just watching a video just now, and the guy's talking about it's energy, it's vibration. And it's like, you may be going after something, right? I don't say you're going after something. You are receiving what you're desiring. And through the process of you receiving what you're desiring, you have to be able to maintain a level of vibration in order to be able to keep that at a capacity. You also have to find a way to enjoy the experience, no matter which type of turbulence come your way. And at the same time, you have to also keep a positive, upright mindset about the lows and the blows along that journey. But you also have to also continuously have the passion for what you are learning about and what you are trying to create. Not trying to create, but what you are in the process of creating. So, I don't know. I say all that to say this is just maintain your vibe. Like, you in the process of mastering, right? And if you're in the process of coming to master at what your craft is, and no matter what it is, if you're inventing, creating, designing, singing, whatever, teaching, whatever, just maintain your vibe. Like, it's not easy, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. And it helps you to learn and identify with yourself. And I'm not going to even discuss spiritual warfare. I feel like that's needed, because I always go back to say that a boxer can get in the ring and spar as many times as he want. He can train as many times as he want. And I watch my ex, it's like, you can do that as many times as you want. But at the same time, once you get into a fight and get into a ring, is a different call. It's like a different ball game. Like, you don't know what's going to come, how it's going to come. You can prepare for something, but at the same time, you got to get into that ring. Like, it strengthens you. It strengthens you on a whole spiritual level. Yes, God is dripping you in armor, but at the same time, you got to recognize what those blows are. When they send what they send to you, when it comes mentally, and you like, well, why this feel this way? Like, I was just kind of like, I was kind of hit up the other day on my way going to class, and I'm like, dang, this is messed up. Like, I'm just trying to read this stuff so I can be able to get this stuff done, so I can do this paper. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. Like, as much as you don't want to believe that everybody works for God, everybody is employed by God. And I remember my mother was saying, oh, it's just like a big play. But it is, but it isn't. Like, she's like, we're not getting paid for it. I'm like, but it is, but it isn't. It's like, everybody has a part to play. And I'm going to always say, oh, you got to be the main character in your story. But everybody has a part to play. So, and this is going to help you to execute where you need to go and what you need to do for yourself. And it's going to help you to learn. And it hurts. Like, the spiritual warfare hurts, and I speak about that all the time. You could feel it, but at the same time, you're still dripping in armor. No matter what they try to do to hack your spiritual armor that comes from God, in the same sense, in the same essence of it, it's still on you. You know, like, it's still on you, within you, but you're mastering it. Like, that's the whole crazy concept of it. It's like, you can look back and be like, oh my gosh, it just happened, whatever. You're still mastering it. So it's like, just maintain your vibe. Like, just maintain your vibe. Like, no matter what comes your way, no matter how crazy and choppy the waters are, no matter how crazy the turbulence is, just maintain your vibe. It goes back to when Jesus was in a boat. And they're like, but Jesus is this and that. It's like, chill. Like, just chill. Just be as chill as Jesus is. Like, just chill. Like, just maintain your vibe. And even when you feel like, well, this is not going to happen, and this happened this way, and I just got some news too with my situation. But whatever, that's another time, another story. But it's like, just maintain your vibe. Like, just do that. Just be chill as Jesus and maintain your vibe. Yeah, just maintain your vibe. That right there off the back is just going to balance you out. It's going to help you. And enjoy the passion about it. Because it wouldn't have sparked an interest in you if you wasn't passionate about it. It wouldn't have sparked an interest in you if you think, oh, I'm just doing this because I want to get this and I want to be able to obtain that and I want to have that. It's still an interest there. It's still a spark of passion there. I say fall in love with passion. Like, allow yourself to fall in love with the passion of it. when you fall in love with the passion of something, when you fall in love with what you're doing, then the passion comes. Let me put it that way. It's like a relationship, like in the beginning, you're like, I don't know, do I like him? Do I like her? And then you hang out with that person some more. And then it builds up, it builds up, it builds up. And then the intensity of when you are in relations, and it's like the passion builds. So allow yourself to fall in love with what you're doing, and therefore the passion will build. And then before you know it, you're maintaining your vibe, because you're not focused on the dead that's surrounding you and harassing you. You're not focused on the lack of your environment. You're not focused on the woes of your situations. You're focusing on that vibe, because it's like everything else around you can give the perception of kryptonite, but it really isn't crippling you. Like, it's not really doing anything to you. Like, it's not affecting you on a level what you think is affecting on you, because of the fact that you're allowing yourself mentally to agree. You're coming in agreements of thinking that is affecting you, but it really truly isn't affecting you. Without you, if you decide to not come in agreements with it, then therefore you're not making a covenant with it. Therefore, it has no effect on you. But if you focus on maintaining your vibe, then that's the only thing that really matters. And when it comes to maintaining your vibe, is you really falling in love with the passion. You really fall in love with what you're doing. Therefore, that passion is feeding you. That passion is pouring into you. That passion is building up your confidence. That passion is igniting your flame and sparking you up to keep going further. So keep the blinders on, as in the dead that's surrounding you and harassing you, as in the woes and the lows of your environment, as in all the other situations that are occurring. Just stay focused. I went into a store the other day, and I guess my face has said it all. And the man was telling me, he's like, just let it go. Right? He was a manager at the store. And he's like, just pretend, what he said, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever it is that you're thinking about, it's not important. Just let it go. Act as if it's not even there. Like, just forget about it. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate you. He's like, I appreciate you too. And I was just like, that's cool. And then I saw him again when I was leaving out. He's like, remember, just let it go. Like, it's not important. It's not there. Don't think about it. Think about other things. And I'm like, that makes so much sense. And I'm like, God just be dripping and dropping beautiful little amazing angels. Like, message. All of that is temporarily, because I think it goes back to what I was saying about you sparring. It's building you up so that you'll be prepared to whatever's coming your way. It's like, yeah, you can have all these challenges and everything else that's occurring, but at the same time, once you get in there and do what you got to do, like, none of that is going to affect you, because you already know. Because you went through it. So it's like you're prepared for whatever's coming before you, like whatever the position or whatever you're going to be at within that time frame, and you learn how to maintain your vibe, be as chill as Jesus is. It's like none of that other stuff really matters. Yeah. Let me go. Well, I love you. You got this. And just maintain your vibe. Yeah. Be as chill as Jesus. Yeah, you got this. I love you.